morning. We are so excited to be here today, and I just want to ask you just for a minute to imagine a young mom. She might be 13, she might be 14, she might be 18, and she's inside the prison doors of life, and she's holding on to those prison doors, and her knuckles are white, and she says, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That's what the Teen Parent Program is all about. We come alongside of pregnant and parenting teens, girls and guys, who find themselves imprisoned in life by their circumstances. We educate them. We help them to understand why they're in that position and how to get out of it. We use every one of those, almost every one of those partnerships through United Way to bring the keys that will unlock their prison doors. We're so grateful for each and every partnership that we have. Tabitha was one of those girls standing in the prison door. And I want to read just a little bit of something that brings it very real to all of us as we take those keys and we give them to these girls, because as partnerships in our community, as we see these teens and we see them shackled by the chains and by the low income and by their own circumstances, they're shackled with those chains, and we have the keys. Habitat for Humanity, AboCap, all of these partnerships that are funded by United Way. We have those keys, but until those girls, until they reach inside and they reach out of the prison door and they grab those keys and they start unlocking their own prisons, their own chains, it's useless. And so we know that, and so Teen Parents comes alongside of them and says, here's a key for you. Here's a key for you. Here's a key for you. It's up to you, though, to do that. And so without the keys and without the partnerships and without United Way, we're not able to hand the keys out to the young people in our community. And I just want to introduce you to Tabitha. And she's excited to be here. She thinks she's terrified, but it's actually excitement. She was one of our very first teen parents, and she's here to share her story with you. We told her that she could read it, so she's going to read it.
I was very nervous to come here today, and listening to everybody talk, I'm excited now. Sharing my story with you is very hard for me, but it doesn't even have 1% of how grateful I am in that story for every one of you here. So. My name is Tabitha, I'm 22, and my son Aaron he's almost 4. I've been involved with Youth for Christ Teen Parent Program for about 5 years. When I found Teen Parents, I was barely 18 and pregnant. I was having a rough time with my family, and I needed somewhere to turn. I saw a flyer at the local laundromat about a new teen parent program being held at the local YMCA, and I decided to check it out. When it started, we used metal chairs and fold-out tables, but I really didn't care. I found people who understood me, encouraged me, and went out of their way to help me, and that's something I was not necessarily used to. My family was never totally stable. I've been in foster care, I've been homeless, and I've lived with many different family members. My mom always did the best she could for us, but with 3 kids, sometimes things slip. I was a weekly church attender until I was 13 years old, and I believe that was my turning point in how I ended up as a teen parent. Even growing up as I did, where boys and girls had sleepovers, were left alone together, and that was the normal thing to do, I had remained a virgin until after some time I stopped attending church. Realizing the world isn't as it seems, and the things you thought were normal are actually taboo was an eye-opener. Frankly, it's downright scary. I changed some of my normals, but my sleepovers with boys continued. More correctly, one boy. The one boy I have been friends with since I was 4 years old. Our parents were both single mothers, and we lived in the same complex our whole childhood. Soulmates, we were told from young on. Children are very impressionable, so when we were 15 and had sex for the first time, we most certainly did not expect our parents' negative reaction when they found out. Sorry. Not long after my 16th birthday party, I found out I was pregnant. 2 15-year-olds pregnant with no idea what to do. I ended up miscarrying that child, and I believe that is what sent me into a codependent state with that boy. I took until I was 17 years old to move on from him, and that is where my story with teen parent begins. Not long after I met a boy named Jamie, and of course we were in love. I was very young and impressionable, so I gave him what he wanted, sex. 4 months after we began dating, we talked about having a child. We talked that, this child will never not love us, our parents can't keep us apart, yada yada. And sure enough, not long after the breakup, a week after I broke up, not long after the conversation, I found out I was pregnant. His reaction was negative, and of course that hurt. I was fortunate enough to have graduated high school early, or technically it would have been my senior year. Jamie and I got back together for a bit during my pregnancy and attended teen parent meetings with me, where he was encouraged to gain employment and continue his education. He was given help to attend parenting classes and make a better man of himself. With that encouragement, he cleaned better, he cooked better, and he even attended high school for a bit. We ended up splitting up again, but this time I wasn't crushed. I knew that even without Jamie, I could survive. And with teen parent support, I did more than survive. I thrived. I attended a nurturing discipline class held at the YFC while I was pregnant. I felt empowered. With the mommy manuals made in teen parents, I felt informed and in control. I knew what I needed to do and when. I never felt feared to be looked at as another one of those teens. When I finally had Aaron, I was overwhelmed with love and support, and even during the rough times, I had a sense of peace, even if only on Tuesdays. Tuesdays for me, and most other teen parents I know, is the day we live for. I've seen so many teen parents accomplish so much with the help of the program. At Teen Parents, we are cheered on as we start and continue our success, whether it is graduating high school, getting jobs, or getting a license and a car. And for me, it's public speaking. Doesn't matter what or when, we know we have family and friends who will help bring us up when we fall. Through the years, Jamie isn't around and doesn't help in raising Aaron, but I do not feel helpless or think it would be better with him. I am not perfect, and I have never claimed to be, but with the help of the wonderful people who run the program, I know I cannot fail. With Teen Parents' help, I moved into my own place, I gained employment, and I have 20 plus college credits under my belt. Thank you. I still struggle from time to time, from time to time, but now there are resources to help. Teen Parents has a give back program where if you're in need, you can do one of the several things the program has set aside. In my case, I did landscaping and mulching, and I earned diapers for my son that helped me during those times. There has been other teen parents that have been through the program and are now working full-time, not on any public assistance, and are proud homeowners. Possible only with the hard work on their part and encouragement of teen parents. Though not all women are sure they want to parent their children for one reason or another, so when Misty, our teen parent director, asked what we all thought about posting a couple's adoption profile on our private teen page, I jumped for it. I personally thought about adoption when Aaron was little. Sorry, it's not on the paper, but I didn't go through because I never had somebody like Misty backing me up and telling me, it would be okay. We have a ton of teen parents on our page that don't or can't attend our physical meetings, but still benefit greatly from everything offered. It's a place to talk to other teens and adults who know what you're going through and will never look down on you. We share stories and support one another. We're one big family. Even when we move on and grow, we have roots here at Teen Parents with friends and memories that will last a lifetime. Aaron starts preschool this year. I continue to work and we are doing great. Sorry. My whole life is full of things I never dreamed possible before the program. It takes a ton of people and resources to make a program like this possible. There are people who run the group, volunteers who work childcare and the physical meetings, people who donate clothing, diapers, and sponsors like the United Way who make it all possible. To all of them, I am eternally grateful. This group has changed so many lives in the last 5 years, including my own. They will continue to help the next generation to live a happy and healthy life. With a little luck and a lot of prayer and great programs like this, maybe we can be the generation that makes a difference. Thank you to the United Way for letting me talk, and most importantly, for funding the program that changed my life.
Thank you, Tabitha, and good luck. Great success. Thank you, Ron, for having such a wonderful organization. Thank you, Misty, for running such an awesome program. We appreciate it. Yeah.